inquiring minds want to know, it has come up several times on video comments and things, that I was not always a Bible girl. Some people probably question still if I am. But you know what? It's about my relationship with Christ. It ain't about what you think. I am not living to please people. So, enough said on that one. However, I wanted to share a story from when I was a teenager and wasn't living like a Bible girl at all. And my parents left me home alone for a week. Yeah. So, 1 week home alone as a teenager. I can't remember if we were in school or if it was summertime. I think it was summertime because I can remember people being around during the day. We had a week-long party, basically. Whole week. We lived on a river, and we lived actually on the corner of the river and a canal. It's the St. John's River. And as soon as my friends found out that I was home alone for a week, they just decided we were going to party all week. And you know how it is when you're a teenager. They decided they were going to show up and, you know, what am I going to do? Tell them, no, you can't come over, make enemies? But of course, they brought their friends, and their friends brought their friends, and, you know, pretty soon you have this huge blowout for an entire week. And I am not giving you too many details because, you know, you just don't need to know everything. However, I'm going to share some of it because it was funny. They would all bring whatever they wanted to bring for their parties. And a couple of nights we had theme for the party for that evening. We actually had a trash bag party. Everybody had to come wearing a trash bag. You know, take a trash bag, cut out a hole in the top, stick it over your head, poke holes in the sides, put your arms out the sides, and voila, trash bag dress. And some people wore it over clothes, and some people just wore a trash bag. So we had a trash bag party. That was fun. What was really funny was, I remember that night the kids were trying to sneak in up the street. We were at the end of the street on the river, so obviously you had to come from the road and walk down the street to get to the river because there were canals coming inward. So the street ran parallel to the canal and dead-ended at the river, and we were at the end on the corner. And my dad was a minister. Preacher's kids are always the worst. Don't let anybody ever tell you different. And some people that went to our church lived on the street, so they had to sneak in, you know, after dark. They had to park their cars up the street around the corner and then walk all the way down the street wearing their trash bags and carrying cases of beer. I don't have to worry about my parents finding out about this one because I already got busted for it a long time ago. Oh my God, I was grounded forever. However, at the time, you know, I can remember the trash bag party and the people just showing up at random times all week long, and they couldn't get rid of them. And then at the end of the week, this is what was funny. At the end of the week, just before my parents came home, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with all these beer bottles? Because nobody thought to take the trash out all week long, you know, so just accumulating garbage cans full of beer bottles. So, me and a couple of my friends went out onto the canal side of the house, and we were standing in the boat dock where it was shallow enough to stand in the water, filling the beer bottles with water and throwing them out into the canal. I have no idea how many beer bottles we sunk and threw out into the canal. We were dropping them in like the boat dock, and we were like, oh my God, if my dad ever has to get down in here to work on the boat, he's going to be stepping on beer bottles going, where'd these come from? There had to be 100 beer bottles thrown into the canal. Yeah, I know, it's littering. I was a teenager. It was a long time ago. I had to get rid of the beer bottles. I was more afraid of getting in trouble than of littering. So, another video response video, I guess this would be, unless you wanted to just leave it in the comments. That would be awfully long for comments. That would share war stories from your childhood. Don't get too carried away. You can leave out some details because, trust me, I left out some details on this one. Yeah, everybody has a past anyway, you know? Fortunately, we have a future, too. Alright, so share your stories with me. What'd you do? Stupid crap when you were a kid that you either got busted for or didn't get caught or whatever you want to share. Okay?